Hello everyone, my name is Jean and today I am going to show you how I built swamp areas like these swamps that you can see in New Orleans or somewhere like that. So at first you see all the materials that I'm going to use today. So we have the bald cypress. Of course I'm going to use every variant of this plant, but just to show you, I just put one there. So the bald cypress, then the watered paledo, however that one's pronounced, the weeping willow, then these two little knees from the bald cypress trees, then the aquatic tree roots. Like I have 3 of them here right now, but you can use all of them, but I wouldn't use the big trunk, just the roots. So yeah, and I already colored them in this gray. I kind of tried to match it with the knees from the bald cypress, so the code for that is 898989 if you want to build it exactly like me. So then we have the aquatic for rocks, and here I also did some recoloring. So we have for the first color thing 775E48, and the second one, I think that's the regular one, but I don't know. So here it's 766960. So yeah, and then move on to another plants. We have the common reeds and the cattail reeds. Then we have the underwater hydrilla plant, although we are not going to use them really underwater. We have the periwinkle leaves, 0.002, the second version. We have the water hyacinth, we have the common water lily, and we have the oxeye daisies. Although they are not from North America, but shh, we're not going to tell anyone. I think there are, okay, I think, yeah, okay, the periwinkle leaves also not, but it's more for the aesthetic than for the franchise player here. So yeah, I would say I am just going to build it, and yeah, I will talk over what I do with the voiceover. So the first thing I did was making a lake, and honestly I forgot to smooth the edges out before I put the water in, and this will come a little bit later up again. So then I painted the terrain a little bit. I also redid what's happening? I also redid the terrain a little bit after, but that's going to be a future problem. So yeah, the first thing I did was taking the hydrilla plant and just planting it everywhere. So this is going, at least for me, to be the most important plant to make it look like a swamp. And as you can see, I put the plant in the water like it's going to stick out just a little bit, and the same for the land area. And here comes the problem with didn't smoothing out the terrain, because the terrain is a little bit steep, and so I wasn't really able to put the plants like just normally in there. I had to rearrange them so that they didn't stick out so much. But yeah, that's what I also did a little bit later, so you can see me doing that a little bit later also. But now I just take the periwinkle leaves and do the same thing that I did with the hydrilla plant. I'm doing the same thing with the periwinkle leaves, plants, whatever. So yeah, also something to note is that we want in the end to have a swamp area where you can't really distinguish at the first glance if something is in the water or something is on land. That's why I do all the plants, except for the water lilies, on the land and in the water, so that you can't really see a difference there from the plants, and you just need to take a closer look to see where the actual water is. And yeah, also something that is really important for this, and for, I think, for all nature things that you want to build in this game, is have random rotation. on. You can see it on the right corner. There's a little button. I clicked it on so that every plant will rotate once you planted it once, and then you can plant it all again and again. And it's never going to look quite the same, just like how it would look in real life. So, after I'm, for now, done with the periwinkles, I took the hyacinths, and honestly, the hyacinths look a little bit like plastic, and I figured it could ruin this, but I wanted to have these little leaves sticking out, so I just put them on the hydrillas so that you can only see little glimpses of the leaf patterns. And I also will, now I'm just going to take these a little bit down more so that you can only see a little bit of the leaves and not that much, because it looks significantly better if you don't see that much of that plant. But I wanted to use it because in my reference pictures they already had these little leaf areas. And now I am going to make a little meadow. So this area I wanted to have a little swamp meadow area thing going on, because that's also something I saw in pictures, and I thought it looked quite nice. So this is the only area where I put the daisies in, and this is also the only area where I don't be putting in the big trees, which didn't make a big difference, but I think that's because my swamp area, and therefore my meadow, is too small, so you don't really see the difference between the areas with the trees and without the trees. So next I took the water lilies. Here is important to note that I put water lilies everywhere there is at least a little bit of water and where I like them, so I didn't care if the water lilies are partially in another plant. I didn't care for that. And now, since I'm done with the water lilies for now, I take the bold cypress knees, both variants, and just put them down everywhere where I liked it and where I feel I don't have them or don't have enough. And after that, I do the same with the different roots, the fake roots. I do the same with the fake roots. So, and with the fake roots, I think I just took a little bit liberties, like not liberties, I don't think I did anything with them. Oh yeah, I did. So that's what I was saying. I saw it just right now. I made it so that they are not all the same height, so it looks a little bit more dynamic and not like they are all looking like the same. And now I'm taking the reeds, both of the reeds, and I also did the same thing that I did with the tree roots. I just made sure that they are not all the same height, and I put them everywhere that I pleased. And also, I think this is a clear case of the more the merrier. It's never going to be enough plants here, like, I think. Maybe you think you can overdo it, but for me, the more the better. So, yeah, and after we are done with the weeds, we are going to the big trees, and here is important that I changed the 3 versions, so I didn't put 2 versions of the same tree next to each other, because that wouldn't be something that you would be seeing in nature. And another thing is that I tended to look a little bit like if I am going through the swamp, would it be nice if there would be another tree? So in most cases the answer would be yes. And that's why I put the trees in there. And then I take the fake rocks and put them everywhere I think they would be, which mostly is at the water's edge. And yeah, now I thought I was done, and here you can see a little swamp puppy swimming around. And then I realized I forgot to change the water, so here is the whole swamp area after I changed the water, including a few alligators. So Now we have a transparency of 0.4 and the watercolor is 070F0C. So I hope this little tutorial can help you create swamp areas in your zoo, and I hope we will see each other the next time. Bye!